What is up, you guys? Brooke here. This is a very different sort of video that I am shooting today because I'm shooting this before I leave for work. There's something flying around here. There's always things flying in my videos. It is 7:30 and I need to leave for work like around 7:45, 7:50. So we'll see how fast I do talking to you guys because normally I ramble on forever. I still have work. I am not quarantined. I am not in lockdown. I am still going to work because I work in a tax office. So we're kind of essential. So unless everybody is supposed to go home, I'm still going to work. So hence why I gotta speed up this video here. So because of all the coronavirus mayhem, my plans for writing in April time have changed. And that's because most of you all probably already know that Kate Kavanaugh and I were supposed to go to New Orleans and Nashville for our book retreat, writing adventure trip. We were supposed to go and have such a good time in the South writing about our books. Mine takes place in New Orleans, hers takes place in Nashville. And yeah, with the world going crazy right now, we are no longer able to do that, which is a total bummer, but I'd rather us be safe. I'd rather us all be safe, but there's weird times that we're in right now. But because there are changes going on with my writing plans in April, I thought this would be a good time to go over writing plans for lots of different things going on right now with my book. Well, it's not a whole lot. There's just a couple things to go over with you guys, but I thought it'd be fun to discuss. So let's talk about it. So like I said, I am no longer going to be gone during April time on my trip with Kate. So that means Camp NaNoWriMo, I'm going to be participating in a whole lot more now. I had originally planned to write like 15,000 words during Camp NaNoWriMo, and I mainly had decided to do that because of my trip. I didn't want to have it to where I wasn't enjoying my time with Kate while we were away on our trip and everything, and so I had just planned on writing 15,000 words. And because that has changed, I have a new game plan now for camp. The new game plan is to write 35,000 words during Camp NaNoWriMo. And I'm so excited about it because I have never won a Camp Nano. I have won NaNoWriMo, but I haven't won a Camp NaNoWriMo. So here's hoping that I win this time around. I really think I will be able to because I have more of an outline, more of a game plan for my book, and I don't think that I will be having much writer's block. And I've kind of been in a routine lately of as soon as I get home from work, I am sitting down at my computer and I'm working on my book. So I've been keeping up with this routine. I've been really enjoying that. And so with a new routine, with an outline, and with more time for camp, I hope to win camp. It is so fully possible that I will win my first Camp NaNoWriMo this year. I really want to because I always just fall short near the very end of it. And I know you're not supposed to be like, I won, just to be like, I won, but I want to feel that satisfaction of winning. I'm a really big competition person, so competition with myself is always the best fun competition, right? So yeah, I'm wanting to try and win camp this year, and I thought if I did 35,000 words this month, I'm not so super stressed like how I would be during a normal NaNoWriMo time. And the plan is to do 35,000 words this month, and then the next Camp NaNoWriMo, which is in July, my goal is to write 45 or 40,000 words during that month. We'll see what happens. That way I'm already used to writing a lot during the month, and then I'm slowly making it to where I'm getting closer to that 50,000 word mark, so I'll know that it's going to be an easier accomplishment to do for NaNoWriMo and stuff for this year. So that'll be awesome. So that was a change for my writing plans as of late. I am doing Camp Nano, and now let me go into talking about my plans that I have for my book, because things have changed with my book plans right now. Not all things, it's just two things really. Two things have changed, and I'm not able to talk about it too much, but let's talk about it. So whenever I first came up with my idea for Project New Orleans. Project New Orleans is the book I'm currently writing about right now. It takes place in 1920s New Orleans and it's paranormal stuff. But when I first came up with this idea, how I come up usually with my book ideas, I have in mind a book title that goes with the premise of my story. And so that was the same thing with Project New Orleans, where I came up with the title at the same time I came up with the story. And I really thought that was going to be my concrete title, that it would never change.
And I think I need to change it.
Why did I look like I was doing a dance right there? I'm thinking I have to change my book title because I feel like it's not going to be oh so perfect for marketing purposes. For paranormal, I feel like I could find a title that works better with my book right now. I just feel like I need to have a title that's better suited for the story, for how it's told, and for the genre, so that way it'll be easier to try and market the thing to people. So I never told you the original title. I don't know if I ever will. We'll see what happens. I feel like as of right now though, I need to change the title. We'll see if it sticks around. I don't think it's going to make it though. You gotta kill your darlings, right? And this is a darling that I did not want to be shot down from the sky. I do have a couple titles that I have in mind in my head. I'm still playing around with if that's how I want it to be. It's really hard to try and change your mind about a title whenever you've had one in your head for so long of knowing that's what it's going to be. But if it's meant to change, then it's gonna change. Or if it's meant to stay, then it will stay the title. But as of right now, I am wanting to change it. So that's a huge change for me that I'm still having to let simmer and let take in. Another big thing, this is the last thing I'm going over with you guys. Another big thing with my book is that I think I am going to change the point of view first person to third person. It was like a video I posted last year around this time frame where I had talked about how I had been writing in third person with this book and that I was switching to first person because I enjoyed writing first person a lot at that time. And now I think I'm going to go back to third person. And here's the thing, I had been telling my story from a first person perspective from 5 to 6 different perspectives of people. There's one character who has one chapter that's pretty much being told by them, but for the majority I have 5 people that I'm having tell the story from their perspective. That's 5 people I have to really deep dive into their head and know them and write their voice. I mean, you have to know that character, you have to know what their background was, how they grew up. You have to know how they would act, how they would think, how they would talk, because every single person is different. I mean, that's how it is in our world, and so it's got to be that way for a book world. I have to know that character to a T, and I have to get into their head, and every single one of them is going to have a different experience with a different situation. I could be describing a scene, but I could be telling it 5, 6 different ways because every single person is going to describe a scene differently because of how they were raised, of how they think, of how they act, of how they talk. Everything is different from another person's perspective, and I feel like it's such a daunting task to try and do whenever I am first getting my first series out there for you guys. I'm not saying that I couldn't do this where I write in 5 different perspectives from their point of view. I could, but I also don't want to be shooting myself in the foot. So as of right now, I'm still on the fence for when camp starts, if I'll be writing in first person or third person. It's going to be hellish when editing because I already have a lot of this book written in first person. And so it's going to be really, really hard to edit. But then there's a lot of stuff that I'm going to have to tinker with already that I have already written anyway. So no matter what, I'm just going to be editing like crazy whenever I am done with all of this first drafting and rewriting and stuff. So editing is going to be my saving grace. We'll see if I can pull it off. And we'll see what happens of what perspective I write in. But as of right now, I really think I need to be writing in third person. So wish me luck. Okay, it's 7:47. I gotta get going to work. I hope this makes sense of these changes I'm wanting to make, but I'm overall really excited to be participating in Camp NaNoWriMo with you guys. It's gonna be really fun to be really into Camp Nano because I had originally thought I was gonna be just like not really focused on camp this year because of my trip, but because that was canceled, I have time to focus on the writing. So let's write our little hearts out during camp coming up. Let me know if you've had to make any changes due to all of the coronavirus stuff. If you liked this video, feel free to give me a big thumbs up down below. I'd really appreciate it. And also, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to click that bell so that way you are notified on when I post videos because I post them every single week. I try to anyway. Thank you all so much for stopping by today and may the words be with you. Bye!